Hello and welcome to Babbles Books. How are you? It's been a few weeks since I chatted to you last, and I haven't done too much reading of new books. I am in anticipation for the release of Sarah J. Maas's A Court of Silver Flames. I've reread all of the A Court of Thorns and Roses, Court of Mist and Fury, and the last one, A Court of Wings and Ruin, I think is the last one. Anyway, so I read all of those and the Frost and Starlight one, Little Christmas blurb. And no, Toast, no, you're not getting on the desk because you're going to just break everything. You are. So it's been a few weeks of just comfort reading, just rereading over a few bits. I did manage to read, what did I read? I don't really know. I feel like I didn't read any new things. And obviously I did read A Court of Silver Flames. Really enjoyed it. Had a fun time. Well, now you're here, you have to say hi. Oh, hi everybody, she says it in a loving scream. It's a loving scream. Look at her. She loves it. Oh yeah, that's love. It's love right there. What's love got to do with it? Very little. She hates when I do that. Right. So, Court of Silver Flames, real fun. I read it with Kiltcraft, Nessa Townley, and Stitching the High Notes, Joanna, and Gabby from Plies and Hellhounds podcast. And we were chatting all about it. So funny. Really enjoyed reading it with a couple of people. Turns out I'm real fast, and I had it, but I was on a night shift, so I just didn't sleep because I just had the book and I was reading it in between patients. So I just read for about 27 hours straight. Yes, that was probably a terrible idea for my health, but I mean, worth it. So very much enjoyed it. No spoilers. I'm not going to say anything. Some bits of it incredibly frustrating, but like that's a Sarah J. Maas book. So mostly healthcare related. Why is magic so inconsistent when it comes to healthcare? Especially female healthcare. Enraging. Anyway, DM me if you want to talk about it, because if it's just so frustrating. Anyway, right. I'm not going to talk about those. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the books that I want to read in the next couple of weeks or in March. So I have a lot actually on my to be read TBR. So we'll start off with the ones that are on my Kindle, because I cannot stop buying books on my Kindle, being like, oh yeah, that one, oh yeah, that one, oh yeah, that one, oh yeah, that one. But then because I've been rereading stuff, I'm like behind and I'm like stressing out about it. So I'm like, oh, is this like what having a stash is like? So I had to write them down. Isn't my diary pretty? Oh, sorry. It's super pretty. I love it. Who did design this again? Simply Notebooks. I think I got it from Nonna Diary. I think I got it from Nonna. I can't remember. But, do I? No, I have no notes in here either. But it's cute. It's got little goal sections and it's nice. Right, so the first book that I want to read, I'm reading a couple of them actually. And I've started reading, so when I finished Court of Silver Flames, I actually went back and read it again, and because the other girls are still kind of working through it, so every time they talk about something, I'm going back and I'm reading what they're talking about, because I read so fast I forget. So I'm just kind of rereading so many times. But I have started Serpent and Dove. It's kind of one of those Instagram book talk books that everyone talks about, so I have to read it. So yeah, I'm kind of into it. I'm only in the first couple pages, so I need to get through that. Another one, I actually don't have a clue what it's about, literally not a clue. It's called These Violent Delights. I downloaded it on Kindle. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go for that. Not a clue what it's about. Another one which I'm really quite excited about, but I know that it's a series and there's only one book out yet. So I'm kind of scared to start it because then I'll be like, waiting for the next one. But another podcaster called Ravenclaw Rachel, she is, I think is her podcast called the Crafty Librarian podcast. Fabulous, lovely girl. You should definitely follow her. But she recommended it and I was like, that sounds like she has the same kind of taste as me, I think. So it sounds really good. So I am quite excited about that. But I'm also scared to start something where I'm going to have to wait like 5 years for it to finish. So I'm a little bit cautious about my heart with that one. I still have to get into A Torch in the Night and The Sky Beyond the Storm. I've bought those two books. They are the follow-on from the Ember and Ashes series by Sabaa Tahir. So the follow-on books from that. I've read the second one and I need to read the third and fourth one now. Oh, yeah. I can't remember which one is which actually. But I have read the first two. No, I don't know where the... It doesn't have a list in this one. This must have been out before. So, yeah, I do really want to finish off those. I really want to start the Air Awaken series. It's free on Kindle Unlimited. And a lot of people have recommended it to me. So I really do want to read those. The other ones that I have... I started reading this and then I realized it was set in like Harvard and modern day type of thing, which is kind of a little bit, but it is Leigh Bardugo, who is a fantastic writer. So I will give this another go, but I just got turned off by the whole, like American college preppy thing. So, but Stephen King said it was impossible to put down. I think you'll find, Stephen... I only got in like 3-4 pages. I was like, I'm not feeling it right now. So I kind of need to get into the mood for that sort of thing. And then I've had so many people raving about these books. The Poppy War, I thought it was only one book actually. So I really want to read this one. Opium flows through the heart of the Nikara Empire, a constant reminder of the war with the Federation of Mugen that brought the drug to the Empire's shores. The intervention of 3 legendary heroes known as the Trifecta brought the war to an end. Decades have now passed, peace reigns, yet the poppy remains. War orphan Rin, raised by a foster family of opium smugglers, has fought her way to a place at Singard, the Empire's elite military academy. There she will learn of drug-fueled magic that could hold the key to defeating the growing threat of the Federation as it prepares to strike again. But the price of some power is too great to pay, even if it means winning a war that might destroy the entire nation. Ooh. So I have heard amazing things with this. Amazing things. So I'm excited to do that. I'll tell you what this one's about actually, the 9th house. So Galaxy Alex Stern is the most unlikely member of Yale's freshman class, a dropout and the sole survivor of a horrific unsolved crime. Alex was hoping for a fresh start, but her free ride comes with a catch. She has been tasked with monitoring Yale's secret societies, notorious haunts of the rich and powerful. Now there's a dead girl on campus and Alex is the only person willing to look deeper because societies are far more sinister and extraordinary than anyone else ever imagined. They tamper with forbidden magic, they raise the dead, and sometimes they prey on the living. Okay, so it's got 2 things that I'm not really interested in, which is crime. Like a crime, I don't know why. I don't understand why. Everyone else loves crime. I don't know why. It just turns... I feel like crime should be like... I love Criminal Minds. I love like TV series which are based on crime, but like normally it's just like, okay, this guy did it, and then it's the end of the episode. 40 minutes max. Fine, grand. What's wrong with me? Anyway, I really need to get into it. So it's got, that whole Yale thing and then the crime aspect. But that's just from the blurb at the back. So I don't know what's wrong with me. I need to get over myself. Anyway, apparently there's a really cute guy in there as well. And a little bit of a cliffhanger, which TikTok has told me, which I'm not sure I like either. I don't know what's wrong with me about that one. I also have a very strong urge to reread Throne of Glass books now after rereading all of the other series, the the courts series, really have a strong reaction. But I listened to them on audiobook and I didn't grasp the size of the books. Huge. My God, giant books. And I'm like, okay, what do I really want? I want to reread the relationship between Rowan and Aelin, of course. And then I know people don't like Chaol. I know they don't. I like him. So I was just in my shopping centre, my local shopping centre, while I was going to get food, and I went down to the bookshop, which you can still walk into. I don't understand why either. Shh, don't tell anyone. It's fine. Shh, 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 shh. Don't lock them down. Please, God, please don't lock them down. But they didn't have all of the series, so I got this one, Tower of Dawn, which is kind of like a separate book to the main story, which mainly centres around Chaol, Westfall, and Nesrin Fleek. And I love the romance between in the books. And I was talking to Gabby and she was like, oh my God, the ship, that's my favorite ship. I was like, what, really? Nobody? And she's like, no, not that one, the other one. And I was like, what do you mean the other one? I couldn't remember, but now I think I remember. So I've got into the first 3% and I remember. So 2 ships that I like. I do like, I just like him. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. I know he needs a kick up the arse. It's fine. He gets it. So, yeah, so I'm just gonna, this is something that I started in the bath. So I was just reading that. I'm still, I still haven't got my hands on the other books of these because I've got one. So these are the Infernal Devices series, Cassandra Clare. But I got a proper full kind of reading order of all of her books. And I really want to start at the beginning for those. So I did start reading this one, but I'm just going to leave it and I'm going to start at the very beginning, I think, because it makes me feel better to do that. So those are all the things that that's my plan anyway for the next couple of weeks. That's my full TBR, my full to be read, and a tiny little overview of what I have read. So thank you so much to everybody who has given me suggestions in the last videos. I really love them and I'm marking them all. So I'm adding them all to my to be read, really. So I think someone mentioned the Air Awaken series and I already had the first one downloaded. I think the whole thing is available for free on Kindle Unlimited, which is great. I just must remember I have to try and read all the ones I want before the 2 months free, and then I'll send them all back. So I wonder, should I prioritize the Kindle Unlimited ones? I probably should, actually. Anyway, if you have read A Court of Silver Flames and you don't want to spoil, please don't spoil anybody in the comments, by the way. You can DM me and we can chat. Okay. Yeah, I hope you have a lovely weekend and I'll talk to you later. Bye.